All right, folks, we decided to stay here tonight against my better judgment because I'm paying for electricity and water, which I don't need, but it is a nice spot. And since I'm paying for it, you can bet I'm hooking my TV up to their electricity and not mine. And while I'm here, I'll fill up all my water jugs. So it's kind of a bonus. I guess what I'm paying here on top of what I would at a primitive camp spot is probably the difference between what the water would have cost me to go to Walmart and fill these two 5-gallon jugs up. So I don't know. It's kind of a wash, but I did only register for one night. I'm not gonna pay for 2 nights here when really I think I like where I was at last weekend better than any place. I mean, there's a little traffic in and out of there, but it doesn't, nobody bothers you really except those young kids that day, but they'll outgrow it. I was probably that way when I was a kid. I don't know. I would like to think I wouldn't because I know what my dad would have done to me, and it wouldn't have been pretty. Not on, I wouldn't have liked it. But let me see if I can move this camera a little bit. There is supposedly a solution to my shaky tripod coming in the mail. Tell you what, let me turn this off, turn the camera around, and I'll get right back with you. Told you I'd get right back with you. Let's go over here and I'll show you what's going on here. There's my electrical I don't need, but I will run the TV off of it. Wasn't going to put a TV in there, but I had one already that's got a built-in DVD player, so it's kind of nice. I'm assuming this is Buffalo Creek. And it says, warning, river has dangerous currents and undercurrents. Swimming and or wading will be at your own risk. No lifeguard on duty. Life jackets are recommended while on or near the water. Linn County Conservation Board. And I am parked right by the canoe and kayak river access. Motorized vehicles prohibited. And it is project funded by Linn County Board of Supervisors, Whitworth Trust. All right, that's my reading lesson for the day. This really is pretty. And I'm thinking that creek probably isn't over knee deep over there on that far side. But this is the kayak launch point or canoe. I know one thing. If I could get to that other side about the time it gets to 75, 80 degrees tomorrow, I will be over there hunting for morel mushrooms if that's still on park land. I know this over here is, and I did see a couple of dead elms up in there, which is a good sign, a good place to find a mushroom. So far, there are only 2 other campers in here. And, they're way over there in the expensive part. Yeah, there's another guy registering there, so I don't know where he is, unless he's van camping. But all in all, it's not a bad spot. So while I'm here, I'll take advantage of their water, fill up my jugs, and I'll be ready for the next round. All right, folks, I'm gonna get over here. The wind is blowing about 20 or 25 miles an hour, but it's not real bad down in here where I'm at. I'm gonna see about lighting a fire. Might light me a little bitty test fire over there and then see how that pans out. But, let me get that sun out of your eyes. We ain't got no clips today. All right, I'll get back with you in just a little bit. All right, folks, we've been waiting on this wind to die down forever. It's, I'm not sure what time it is. It's 6:05. The wind's still blowing like 20, 25 miles an hour. And I'm getting hungry. Well, I've been hungry all day, but anyway. I was going to build a fire, grill some hot dogs, make some baked beans and, chips, whatever. Sounded pretty sporty. But the wind ain't letting up, so I haven't started a fire yet. Getting hungry. What I do have My wife had some shrimp in the freezer. Well, she had a big bag. I just took a little one. And these are already cooked. So what I'm going to do is melt me some butter. Just melt a little butter. Season the butter with some soul food seasoning. And once it gets all melted and everything, I'll just throw that shrimp in there and kind of stir it around and turn the fire off because I don't want to overcook it. Well, it's already done. So and kind of flavor the shrimp a little bit with that. And with that, I will have a side of brown rice. Then I've got some rolls down here. So I figured that'd be pretty sporty. Something easy to cook inside. Would have been easier if I'd have got minute rice or something. But I love this stuff, and I don't know why. I'm not a big rice fan, really. But this brown rice is pretty good. And what I always do, I put a chicken bouillon cube in my water. And then I cook my rice in that. Adds a little bit of flavor. I mean, something to give it flavor. So I'll get back with you when I get this stuff stirred up, or I'll show you the plate before I gobble it up anyway. So we'll be back in a minute. All right, folks, I'll show you what we got here. I have my rolls sitting over here on top of the lid to my rice, just warming up. Hopefully it melted the butter. Pretty much. So what we got to do is fluff our rice. And I don't think that, that lid's hot. I don't think that really went long enough. But I've got my shrimp sitting here, marinating in that seasoned butter. So that ought to be pretty tasty. All I've got to do is plate some of this up and eat. And it looks like right now, the wind's actually dying down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and eat all this up and probably go out and start a fire. So if it really dies down enough, I'll meet you guys by the campfire. But for now, I'm going to eat this. Thanks for watching. And if you get a chance, like and subscribe. Please subscribe. Well, I shouldn't even tell this. I was sitting out here, shot a video, me sitting by the campfire, had a long drawn out speech, telling you how good supper was and how I was enjoying the fire and how you should like and subscribe and hit the little bell beside the subscribe button so you'll get notifications. So after I took this long drawn out video, I went over to cut the camera off, and I thought, well, I cut it off and cut it right back on and made a 3-second video or something. So I deleted it. No, it was the whole video I just took, or the whole section of the video. So now we got to do it all over again. And I probably need to adjust that camera. No, we don't really have to do it all over again because half of it was probably dumb anyway. But anyway, I ate my shrimp and rice and rolls and everything. As long as I don't forget to take the garbage out in the morning, because the shrimp tails are in the garbage and I don't want to get attacked by a pack of raccoons. But wind died down. Looks like it's going to be a nice evening. It's about 50, probably 55 out here right now. And tomorrow is going to be beautiful. I thought it was going to hit almost 80 degrees, but what they're saying now it's about 75, which is fine with me because the mushrooms ought to be popping in the morning or by tomorrow afternoon. So wherever we end up at tomorrow, we will definitely be hunting some morel mushrooms. Other than that, I'm going to sit around this fire, try to stay warm. And every time I'm camping, I think I need to put a fire poker in that van. Haven't done it yet. Never think about it again once I leave camp. Till I build the next fire and wish I had a poker to stir around in it. But I'll find me a stick here in a minute. Keep me occupied. That's not hard. Give me a fire and a beer and shit, I'm there. So, I guess about the next most exciting thing that's going to happen is maybe breakfast in the morning. I'm going to make probably some biscuits and gravy. Or if I get lazy, it'll be eggs and hot dogs or eggs and sausage. But I was really kind of counting on the gravy and the biscuits. I got some sausage to make sausage gravy. We'll just see what happens. Because, you know, sometimes I just lose motivation. Or I come out here to relax, and I tend to relax more than I should, probably. I ought to put more effort into the videos. But, guys, if you don't mind, hit like and subscribe. And hit the little bell so you'll get a notification when the next video comes out. So for now, I'm going to get the fire stirred up, and I'll get back with you at breakfast, probably. And I'm going to try not to delete this video like I did the last one. Morning, folks. It is, I don't know, Saturday morning's all I know. And I just remembered I was really supposed to be somewhere today. Looks like I'm going to miss a Legion Rider meeting. And it was kind of an important one. We've got a ride coming up, our annual ride. And since I'm the road captain and sergeant at arms, I probably should have been there. But I don't think I'm going to make it now. I've been up since 4:30. I just couldn't get my lazy ass outside and get my fire going or anything. I sat in there and watched a movie and drank coffee. Came out here a while ago, and man, there's turkeys gobbling everywhere. And I think I heard mushrooms sprouting out there in those woods. I know one thing, as soon as it warms up just a little bit, I'm going to go look. But I think what we better do first is get some breakfast cooking around here. And unfortunately, the housekeeper didn't show up last night. So I've still got last night's dishes in there to get cleaned up. But we'll get it done. The sun's looking good. This ought to, let me see if I can get it around here. Ought to make for some good mushroom hunting today. It is supposed to get up about 75. It's only 37 out here right now. But we're going to live through it. So I'll get back with you guys when I get some breakfast stirred up. Be right back. Here we are. I'm going to make a delicious breakfast. I opted out on the biscuits and gravy. That's just too much for me this morning. I'm feeling lazy. So I got some more of my homemade venison sausage. Got an egg or two. I got 4 eggs. That's a start. And a cast iron skillet. I should be good. Got my fire going. That didn't take much. Let's see if I can wheel around there. But, dang. Where'd y'all go? Hey, come back. There we go. Anyway, got a fire going. Somewhat. That's going to be good enough. But let's get some breakfast going. Eat a little bit. And then we might go see if we can find one of those mushrooms everybody talks about. Be right back. All right, here we go. As you know, around here, everything's subject to change. I wasn't going to do any gravy or anything, biscuits, but I got thinking that gravy is just too easy, but I didn't do the biscuits. I went in there and got a couple of those rolls, got my sausage, uh, get me some eggs on here. Better turn this off. Eggs are looking a little dark where I fried that sausage. It got nice and brown in the skillet. But we're going to see. I don't know if you can see or not, but I can. I'm just going to take this gravy and pour it over everything. Well, I'll probably pour it all over the table. Because I got plenty of gravy. And I think this is heart healthy gravy. Well, that's going to be a mess. May need more gravy. I don't know. It is good. All right. There it is. $3 breakfast right here at the campgrounds. I'm going to get over there by that fire and try to warm up while I eat. I am freezing out here. I'll be back with you in just a little bit. Okay, folks. You see that hillside over there? The furthest trees you can see. It kind of looks, if you look off to the right a little bit, it's kind of dark over there like it's been burned off, probably sometime during the winter or late last fall. And that is a south-facing hillside. Supposedly that's where mushrooms grow, and they especially like burnover areas. Yesterday, I walked around out here, which there's a lot of dead elms in there, and there's all kind of new vegetation popping up in there. That's also a fairly good spot for morel mushrooms. But I'm going to try to walk off that 3,000 calorie breakfast I had, or 6,000, whatever it was, and walk over to that hillside and take a look around for a little bit. And instead of you guys having to listen to me huff and puff, because, really, I don't hike, but I'm going to today. But instead of listening to me breathe heavy into the microphone while I'm trying to walk over there, I'll just stick in my pocket and get back with you if I find a mushroom. I don't know if y'all can see it through the brush or not, but I just scared a bunch of deer off, and there's still one down there. No, there's still two. There they are. I don't know if you can see them or not. Walking down there. Now there's three of them. They're hard to spot in that grass with this camera. I don't know. Maybe you can see their tails when they flag and run. Well, there's one walking towards me. Shoot. I wish I could zoom this better. Where's she at? There's still some out there in that tall grass. One was walking towards the edge of the woods here. Right towards me. Let's see. There she is. Oh, shit. Probably see her running now. Anyway, that was kind of cool. That first herd I ran off, there was, I don't know, probably 10 deer in it. Oh well, sorry about the shaky camera, but it's not on a tripod, which it wouldn't make much difference anyway. And I got it zoomed. But we're still on the hunt for morel mushrooms. So I'll get back with you, well, when we see something more exciting.